Let me make sure it's recording. Yep, it is. Okay, let's see. Last video I told you I was going on a trip and that it might be a little while before the next video, and it's been almost 2 weeks. No, a week and a half. Same thing, sorry. Yeah, almost 2 weeks. So, I'm not sure if I want to do part 4 right now or update you on how I'm doing right now. The trip really was hard. It took 16 hours to get there because of rain. Sometimes you can make it there in 12 hours and, no big deal. Nice smooth drive, but it rained all the way there. And then when we came back, it rained all the way home, so another 16-hour drive home. It really took a toll on my body. So I've been dealing with a lot of pain all over. I don't do well when I sit that long. I have to get up and move. That's another reason it took that long too, because we had to stop and stretch. It was a hard trip just all the way around. Because it was such a long trip, we bickered a lot, me and my husband, and so that was a lot of stress on my body and my mind, and it's really hard to spread yourself between two families. Our families are only an hour apart, so when we got there, we were trying to go back and forth every day. And so there was a lot of driving involved in this trip. So we're not doing that again. We decided, I guess, I don't know why we didn't think about this before, but we decided that what we're going to do is split the trip in half. And when we get there, we're going to stay a few days at one place and then go to the next place and then turn around and come home. And no more of this back and forth stuff. It's just too hard. It's just too much. That's a hard lesson, trying to please families instead of ourselves, and we kind of messed up our vacation. So, yeah, we're not doing that again. So what's been going on with my body because of this trip? Well, I feel like I have, my skin hurts, so it feels like I have sunburn all over. That's part of what happens. I don't know if it's fibro, I don't know if it's lupus, whatever it is, it's annoying, I don't like it. It really literally feels like I have a sunburn. So if anyone touches my arm or my back, I just kind of, like, ow, that hurts. Please don't rub my back, because it doesn't feel good when someone's trying to comfort me. I had a couple sores in my mouth, which, is annoying. That's lupus. I know that. I have other parts of my body that are uncomfortable because of sitting for so long, and because of lupus. It happens. The flares sometimes give me sores and swelling and irritation in places like up my nose, any mucous membrane, I'll just put it like that, which is not fun for a girl. Let's see, what else? When we got back, because of all the weather changes, it rained all the way there, so my body ached because of the rain. And we got there, and fortunately it didn't rain for the week we were there. Felt good. I was a little achy, from all the driving and stuff, but the weather wasn't that much of an issue until halfway into the trip, into the vacation, and then right before we came back, it started to rain again, so my spine hurt, my joints hurt. It's hard to explain how bad it affects me when the weather changes and when I have to travel. It really literally down my whole spine. It hurts. It hurts to turn my head. It hurts to twist my back. It hurts to bend. It's a pain. There it is, a pain. See, I'm saying it. It's a pain. Yeah, it really hurts, and I don't like it. So let me see how many minutes I just did. Hold on. Oh, it's only 4 minutes. Okay, so maybe I can do part 4. So I wanted to talk about, in part 4, I wanted to talk about some other things that were happening to me. I touched on the depression and suicidal stuff, but I forgot to tell you that, or maybe I didn't. I did have a lot of depression, and I had severe anxiety. I also had moments of feeling suicidal, and I did go to a hospital 2 different times because of this, because of depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. It's just really hard to want to be around when your body is so... I felt at the time that my body was betraying me. That's how I felt. And I know it's not my body betraying me. It doesn't work like that. At least I don't want it to be that for me. So I went through that. The hospital, it helped a little bit. We also did some, what is it called? DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy. That's for the bipolar stuff, and it helped a little. But nothing helped more than me just deciding I didn't want to be sick anymore. So those days started to change for me when I started deciding I didn't want to be sick anymore. I didn't want to live the life of a sick person. It's gotten better. It's not, best, but it's better. Uh, let's see. I also had and I still do occasionally now, or maybe I just don't notice it. I always have a low-grade fever. And for me, low-grade fever feels like a high fever because my temperature's low normally. So if it rises up to the normal temperature that you all have, I am miserable. It hurts all over. So for a little while, they had me taking baby aspirin to try to help with the fever and also with the swelling and the joint pain and stuff. And it's also, they say it's good for your heart. I think I told you already. Yeah, I thought I was having a heart attack, went to the hospital. Thought I had a stroke, went to the hospital. Yeah, I mentioned all that last time. During this bad time, let's see what else. I had my gallbladder removed. In hindsight, I would not have done it if I'd known how hard it was going to be to recover from that and how different everything would be without a gallbladder. I regret having it taken out. I would have searched out other options had I known there was other options. And only then, if those things didn't work, would I have done the surgery. Let's see, I also had endometriosis. Forgot to mention that. So that was another surgery I had. They did a uterine ablation, which fixed the endometriosis, and I don't have the issues I was having with that. I don't have severe cramping. I don't have, heavy periods anymore. I hardly have any at all. The downside to having an ablation is that there's a higher risk of them not being able to find cancer. If you get a cancer, they don't see it as quickly. And you cannot ever have children again, not in your own body. So I took those chances to try to get a more comfortable life because I was so miserable with my periods. Let's see. I mentioned that I had a lot of fear. No, I didn't. I did mention the fear about, what's going to happen to me and am I going to die and things like that. It was kind of scary. It was really scary. But I also had fears about other things. Hold on, let me check the time. We're doing good. Doing good. I had other issues, other things I was afraid of. We were in debt really bad. We're not much better. Yeah, we are. We're better now. We still have debt. It just doesn't feel as heavy on me now. That was something I was also depressed about because I felt like there was no end to the debt. It is a nasty cycle to get into, and credit card debt, that is some scary stuff. I really literally feel like I'm drowning in papers sometimes. When we were in college, when I met my husband, I had 2 children already, and so when we got together and decided to become a family, we were an instant family, which meant we were poor because living off of student loans and a job at the college just wasn't enough, and we lived off of credit cards. And then when we moved to Indiana in '97, we had huge debt already on our backs, and then I found out I was pregnant. It was not a planned pregnancy. It was a surprise. Scared me to death because I didn't know what we were going to do. We moved to a brand new place. We left Louisiana, went to Indiana, to a town I didn't know anybody. It was very scary to be somewhere I had no family or friends, and to find out I'm pregnant. And on top of being depressed that I moved because I left my home I don't know, I think I was there 10 years, probably the longest I've ever been anywhere. So I had roots there. It was hard for me to leave. So I had depression through my pregnancy, and it was a difficult, very difficult pregnancy. And that's what triggered the worst health problems for me after the pregnancy. Things never got better. It's not their fault, I know that. I don't regret having my babies. Oh, it was twins, by the way. It was why it was such a difficult pregnancy, was my depression. My body was reacting to being pregnant in a place I didn't know anybody. It was hard. I cried a lot. Very, very sad time. Let's see. So, talked about the debt, the fear about debt and sickness. I've mentioned that I have post-traumatic stress disorder, not only from my childhood, because it was kind of scary. My dad was a loud man, and he tended to take care of things with his fist sometimes. I love him. I'm not mad anymore. I worked through that. He died when he was 50 years old from cancer, so we kind of made our amends before he died. But growing up in a dysfunctional home, I'll just put it like that. Nobody's got a perfect home, but ours was a little bit There was lots of yelling, lots of screaming, lots of drama, no routines, schedules. We didn't have lots of money. There were 9 of us, 9 kids, so money was tight. Didn't have a lot of stuff. And I could deal with all that, but the trauma came from watching the violence. My mom and dad would fight fiercely, and we got our fair share of the beatings too. So loud, angry people startle me. It's hard for me to be around them. And that's where my anxiety came from. I mentioned severe anxiety. It was hard for me to go out just to the grocery store. I was overwhelmed quickly by all the people and the noises and the smells. And I'm still a very sensitive person. Noises and smells still get to me, and large crowds will bug me. But it doesn't throw me into a panic like it used to. So I've come a long way. I don't need meds anymore to go out to the mall or to Best Buy. And I wanted to mention too something that I did to help take care of myself in the wintertime. Things get really tough for me because it gets so dark here. It's almost 11, I think, 11:15, and it looks like it's getting ready to be dark. There's no sunshine peeking through, just lots of clouds, and it's cold, and so the gray days are really tough on me. So I purchased a seasonal affect disorder lamp. It's about 3 feet tall. I keep it in my office, and I turn it on when I'm feeling kind of icky, or I just know that it's been gray, so I just turn it on and soak up some light. I need light. I am the type of person who cannot live in a house that has a bunch of dim lights. I have lots of bright lights. I need light. Some days I feel like I'm a plant, and if I don't have light, I don't feel nurtured, and I start withering. So I make sure that I have light. I open my shades every day, even when it's gray, to let some light in. I will, after I make this video, go in and sit in front of my light while I check email. Makes the screen look kind of funny, but I don't care. If it helps me feel better, that's what I'll do. Okay, so that was part 4. We talked about a little bit more. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about in part 5, but I'll let you know. I'm not feeling that great today. You probably can tell. I feel kind of bleh. I went for a walk today, and I have a lot of pain. So I'm going to go in and get a cup of peppermint tea or chamomile tea or something and just relax by my light. I will try to make another video in a few days or in a week. Until then, you guys have a good day, and try to smile and make it through your days, and I love you.